following is a presentation of the Pontywood Sports Network.
Well, howdy, folks. Welcome to West Sabine here in Pineland, and I am your host, Larry Pierce here. We're ready for the scrimmage right now. We're just getting some things together and getting some things hooked up, and I got my good buddy Joe Elmer, who's going to turn out to be the best cameraman in the Piney Woods, I can guarantee it. Coming up here, he's going to get some work in here today. We're also going to be doing some different things and working along our progressions as we go through here tonight. We'll call some of the game as well. Right now, we're in the press box. We usually don't sit in the press box at West Sabine, but we're proud to be in the press box here. We're getting our internet working and everything. So we're going to set up our side cameras. We want to make sure we did have the one camera, which Joe is working right now. And we're going to set up our side cameras and see if we can get those two. And see if we can have all three of our cameras working. Here's another great run. That's a nice swing pass outside. Look at the run down the sideline. Here goes the Tigers, and this is a junior high right here, and he is gone. Nobody going to catch him. Tigers score. Wow. What a nice little dump-off play down the field here as we're talking about it right here on the flat, and he takes it down the field and outruns the Dragon defense to the house. The Tigers take it. Nice play by the Tigers. That ought to make the coaches happy over there. What's going to happen here, folks, basically is – we're going to have some junior high going right now, which is what we got out here on the field from the schedule I got from Coach Bragg. So we'll have some junior high going, and then we will have some of the senior going. They're going to run this is varsity. They're starting with varsity. Okay, I thought it was going to be. So this is the varsity going. So that is the Shelbyville varsity defense and the West Sabine varsity offense, and they're going to be running 10 plays. So nice job there by the West Sabine Tigers to bust one on that first string off defense there for the Dragons as well. So the Dragons got to watch that outside little pass right there. So here come the Tigers once again as they're going to be bringing it. As we'll watch them go here. Here going to bring a little high pass out here and just out of the reach there of the intended receiver. But a nice coverage out here by the defense. And most of these numbers are definitely not right for the players out here, folks, so we really don't have rosters. I talked to Coach Wallace a little earlier, and he's like, Larry, we really don't have much going on there. So I can go off of just what I think I know players are. I believe number 12 is going to be Aiden Shields. He's a man. He made a great tight end play last week in Alto, if I do believe that's him there. So good job here by this. Look at that line, though. That line for West Sabine is nice and huge. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with once again here in this district, I can guarantee it. So lining up here for the player of the West Sabine Tigers. Scrimmage going on here today. We'll get some more things going on, folks. We're just getting things lined up. We took a little while to get things lined up here tonight. As that's a nice stop there behind the line there by the Dragons defense. Not going to let you get outside on that one there. Checking in on a few things here, folks, and we'll be right back. Checking on one out. All right, let's get this here. How about that scoreboard? I got a new scoreboard here. We're going to be working on some of the timing. They will get a quarter in here in just a little while, but I really like the picture we got going on there. I think it really looks good, so we're streaming very well. And there's one thing we're going to be showing you a couple things, too, here, folks, starting – nice job there on a nice catch down in the sideline. Did he catch it? He did catch it down the sideline. Whoa, they threw it up there for grabs. He goes up there and takes it down. And you got to be careful out there. West Sabine is putting on a little bit of an aerial show right now. Getting some nice passes down the field. The Dragons better be ready for it. That's another big play there by the Tigers. Right, so as I say, we got a few things we're going to go through as we go through the scrimmage here, folks. But we'll talk a little bit about these plays, and we'll get on that other stuff here in just a bit. So thanks for joining us wherever you are. And here we go. It's another big play here to be a first down and 10, basically for the West Sabine Tigers. Going to line up with a single receiver set over to the right side, trip receivers here to the left, and the near side. Going to be another pass going downfield. Beautiful ball coming downfield, and great defense there right there by the Dragons. So that was good defense. Stayed in front of the defender. He kept his eyes on, kept it in front of the defender, his hands off of him. Great defense there by Shelbyville. Good pass. Just a little too far on the inside. You got to throw that up there a little bit farther down and let your receiver get underneath it. But good defense by the Dragons right there. All right, so it looks like they may be getting ready to do a little bit of a change here. So the one thing is that, we really got to do some time is to really spend some time doing some really cool commercials. So here comes the JV squads. They're going to come out here and have some things. So we're going to throw a couple of commercials out there. I'm going to work on getting one of our wireless systems completely set up, see if we can get that hooked in. And we'll have more here as we're coming to you live tonight for the big scrimmage here in West Sabine, Pineland, West Sabine here on NETSN.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center proudly supports all the students and schools of the Piney Woods. Stop by the lot and feel free to check out all the wonderful vehicles we have to offer, no matter what adventure you're planning on taking. We have a wide selection of used vehicles and a service department that can service your vehicle. Get all the info you need about your next vehicle online. That way you're prepared for your car deal when you hit the lot. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center.
Farmers State Bank, un nombre que conoces y en que puedes confiar. Somos sus vecinos y compañeros comunitarios. Estamos comprometidos a cumplir sus necesidades financieras, proveyendo soluciones bancarias para sus préstamos, hipotecarios, comerciales o personales. Con 120 años de servicio a nuestra comunidad, somos parte de sus rodeos, hipotecas y festivales locales. Queremos que sepas que estamos aquí para ayudarte. Visítenos en fsbctx.bank o ven a vernos hoy. Farmers State Bank, mejorando vidas y cumpliendo sueños.
So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the Pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center.
Alrighty, folks, we are back here as the JV squads are now out here enjoying some time out here on the field. It's got the Dragons and the Tigers here. JV plays going out here now. And so you may not hear me for a little bit, folks, as we're going to continue setting things up and checking some things out here. Nice little run here once again from West Sabine. I tell you what, they have always had a great running game. I've been able to call a couple of their games over the last few years, and their running game has always been really good. So another big one there, and a nice size running back there for their junior high, or their JV guys. So nice job here for the Tigers. Once again, they've been moving the ball here on the Dragons to start off on the JV. Alrighty, folks, welcome here as we continue to watch the JV squads go at each other here in West Sabine. Had a little bit of rain flowing through a center on the way out here, but it looks like that has moved off. We're not going to have, nice job. They busted play in the backfield. Looked like that wasn't right there in the backfield, but a good job penetrating and getting back there. Dragon defense disrupting that play and making a good stop out there for the Dragons. I'll pull back a little bit there, Joe. Yeah, right about there. Maybe in a little bit more there, but that's a pretty good little shot. You got it. So that one's there. All righty. So what we're going to do now, folks, is I've got looks like there was a pin on. No, I moved the ball back. Okay, lost on the plays. They're going to kick it back here, start over on the plays here for the JV for West Sabine. Looks like that may be Coach Williams out there running the plays behind everybody. Got the twin receivers here to the near side. Single back here, and it's going to be a design quarterback run. He'll take it over to the left side. A nice job on the run there. He'll find some room. Found a little bit of hole over there to that left side. Turns it up and then runs into some defenders. The Dragons bring him down, but it's a nice little gain there for West Sabine. They'll pick up 5 or 6 on that play. Tell you what, junior high and to the high school West Sabine Tigers. Y'all better be ready for a good squad here. What is that? Oh, that's some tape on the I saw something on the screen there, and I was like, what is that? And it's tape on the big screen there, ain't it? Okay. On the window, that's what it is. All righty. Let's see if we can get this one hooked up. There we go. All right, so more offensive plays here for West Sabine as they run on the JV squad here. They'll do this back and forth a few times here before they'll get a full quarter play. Nice job bouncing it out. Oh, keep your head up, young man. Don't get your head down like that. Good tackle. Way to get in front of them. Got to keep your head up. You don't want to get your head down when the big load's coming at you like that. All righty, we'll see if we can get this one in place. All righty. Well, let's see if we can get this hooked in here in just a minute. We'll be back. Sorry, folks, we do have a little something on the glass right there. That's what you're seeing there. So we're on the inside here. But a nice little pass. Going to roll back out here as the JV squad is still rolling at it here. We're going to try this camera over here. And I don't know if that one is just, I believe it should be good. We're going to wait to see if we can get some folks over there. But that's one of our other cameras going to be trying to have it. We'll have out there. We're going to zoom in on it a little bit better as well. All right. So now we're going to go farther down as we'll back up and the I know I was talking about that earlier. I saw that and I said, well, no, I don't have any. It's okay. Let's see. Is this one moving where we need it? Yes, I see somebody moving over there. So that camera is up and lit. Okay, cool. So we have one of our wirelesses that'll go there. So they're back to action here as we got a new quarterback in for West Sabine here. And it's going to be intercepted on the junior high side. We're going to get a pass interference penalty coming in here. I don't know about that one, Ref. That was a little close there, Ref. I mean, he's trying to cut off the ball. Everybody going for the ball there, Ref, but they're going to call a penalty on the Dragons, I do believe. And referee said he kind of hooked him and threw him around. I don't know. I didn't see that, I guess, because of the easy up down here. But good call by the ref. He made the call right there. He was right there, so he sees it better than I do. So that's going to give him a first down. Flag on the play. Yep. You have that. That'll work. Okay. Okay. Yeah. All righty. So with that one there, we'll have a little time here as the JV squads are continue their warm-ups and their first plays so far. All right, we're going to have a combo with Joe quick, folks. Alrighty, before we try to hook up that other camera over there, we'll come back here. We got the varsity squads coming back out, and see we've got a little camera there we can use on that side as well. All right, so here we go. As the varsities come back out, I do believe that the Dragons will be able to get the ball first here, and see if they can get down the field. Nice job there by the Tigers. Well, they had the ball on their varsity plays a while ago. They did a very good job and scored on a big play. So see if they can hold the Dragons to nothing here and see what Dragons can do. And here's going to be RW3 going to try to bounce it outside, going to get a penalty flag out there. Going to be a penalty flag for a holding call, I'm pretty sure, coming around that edge and over here on this side. So nice job there bouncing down by RW. But Gavin McDonald, the quarterback there for the Dragons. Handing off there to, let's see, this one has got to go with, oh, never mind. Here, let's just do that. We're going to stop working. Okay, here we go. Already back to it. Stacking up the box there for the Tigers. Looks like they're going to be bringing the blitz. McDonald pitching out here to Williams once again. He's going to find some blockers up the field. Nice job breaking through by the linebacker to come up there and make a play, but Williams able to get away from it. Still positive yardage, picking up a few there for the Dragons, and that will make it now a second down and about 7 here is what they're saying for Shelbyville. So the Dragons coming back up to it. Nice big run here by Williams. Once again, he'll break it over to that far side, and he'll pick up enough yards there. It'll be a first down, Dragons. We should be able to do that there. So we're getting the first downs there. Okay, cool. First down, Dragons. And this year, folks, bringing you your first downs for the Piney Woods games, all the Piney Woods games, the good folks at Raymond Motor Companies. That's a Raymond Motor Company first down. There you go. We're going to have the Raymond Motor Company and the Raymond Motor Company keys to the game as well for you for the season. Brought to you by Raymond Motor Company, just off the square. We've got a really cool commercial for them, too. We're going to play it coming up as well. So here we go. McDonald going to hand off, going to give Williams plenty of room here, plenty of work. Going to send him over to that right side once again. He found some room over there in that last play. He'll pick up a couple more. He'll make it a second down and 8 now for Shelbyville. So I'm going to try to work my clock in here, too, now, folks. I'm going to start that clock. This is not the official clock, but just starting to work the – got some really cool buttons and some really cool things. This is a new scoreboard. As you can see, we got a little bit of a scroll thing going on down there. And I'm going to show you another thing we're going to have, too, later this year. I'm going to pop it up here in just a little bit. But after this next play, we'll do it. So second down and 8 here. McDonald still in the pistol formation. Going to roll out here. First pass here. Going to try to dump it off. And he's going to find Shields. That's Shields right there. And nice job. Aiden, once again, he's going to pick up another first down. They did that last week against Alto. That was another good play. It was very effective for him last week. And it works again right here. And a good job. I love to see the tight end get out there and work it perfectly. He did last week. He came off his block. He made his block there at the end of the line. Came off of that block. Made the play. Got downfield. First down, Dragons. They have a first down and 10. They take it all the way down to the 32-yard line here for Shelbyville. So the Dragons coming back up here. First down 10, McDonald. That defense for West Sabine. They've been stacking it up that box there, and the Dragons have made them pay a little bit for it here last couple of times. They're going to pitch it out here to Williams, trying to push it over to the right. And a nice job talking about that Tiger defense. They're right there to meet him at the point of attack. He'll be tackled there at the line of scrimmage. No gain, maybe 1 on the play. Make it a second down, and we'll call it 9. Now, you know, one of the things that, too, folks, you know, if you've been listening to me for the last couple of years, you know whenever we get like third down and way long, I call it a cab ride. Well, I got something for that this year, too. And it's actually going to say cab ride. I'm going to show you. Second down and cab ride. Here we go. Oh, we'll try to pitch it out here. Nice job. We can't get it out there, and it's going to be incomplete. But, yeah, let's see. Third down and cab ride. Second down and cab ride. There you go. Now, just to have a little fun with it, if I got, you know, something else, we'll do this. There you go. Just fun things to have fun with, folks, okay? I know I've had a little extra time working on things, and so just doing some pretty cool stuff this year as PSPN and NETSN has we're all working together, and it's got some really cool creative stuff this year. We're really liking it. So here we go, back to the play. 3rd down and 10 here for the Dragons, what they're going to call it. They're going to get a penalty flag. McDonald's going to dump it off here, and he's got his man in front. That might be Hunter Harvey, and Hunter's going to be blocking downfield. That's going to be a touchdown for the Dragons as they get in, but I saw a penalty flag come in on the other side before the play really got going there, so we'll stop that and see what's happening with that before we go anywhere, because I said flag on the play. Where is that? There. Flag on the play. Bring it back. So we have no numbers really for the guys out there, folks, so we don't have any definite who's who. Just got a kind of general idea who's where. All right? So that's going to bring it back, and it's going to be a 3rd down and 10 is what we're going to be looking at here for the Dragons. We'll call it the second quarter here. This is the second time that the Varsity's been out here. West Sabine actually did score some points a while ago, so we're going to put this out there. We'll give them their 6. 6. Back to 0. There we go. And we're going to go right here. So back to it here. McDonald ready for the snap. Going to fake the handoff. Going to get some pressure. Going to throw it up high. Nobody down there. Good pressure there by the Tigers. They were able to put some pressure in his face. He had to get rid of it way earlier than he wanted to. And that offensive line for the Dragons is very good. They brought back a lot this year. They got a lot of talent up there. They got a lot of size, but they're going to have to learn to work together here for these first couple of games. And they got tonight, and then they got next week, and then they got a very tough troop squad on the way in next Friday night. It'll be right here on NETSN, folks. We're going to start off Thursday at Beckville. It'll be San Augustine and Beckville. Talked to Coach Ross the other day, and he said he's welcome to have us down there, so we're looking to be there for that. So Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday, breakfast with the linemen at Diamond B Cafe. Tell you about the coaches shows coming up, too. Like I said, all kinds of good stuff this year. Back over here. Here we go. Pistol formation for McDonald. Faking a handoff. This time going to try to throw it up. The good man's got an arm, and he's got a man down there. Oh, what a catch. And it's going to be a touchdown. Dragons, I don't see anybody back there for or a penalty flag anywhere. So a touchdown. Dragons, nice job. What, he was looking at the ball the whole time. The defender had a beat on him. I thought the defender was just going to rack him up, but he caught it right at the same time as the defender got there, was able to make a step, gone. Like I said, I'm not for sure who that was out there. I think Hunter Harvey's wearing number 10, folks. I'm not sure, but a great job there by the Dragons as they will get to score. We'll put 6 up there for the Dragons right there. How about that? All right, so we're going to stop the clock. So put the minute on or pick a minute off. There we go. Okay, I got you. All right. So nice job for the Dragons as they put up some points there as well. It'll be a 1st down and 10 for Shelbyville. And looks like we're going to swap it out. Is the JV coming back out here? Looks like the JV squad is going to come back out here. So a nice job there by the varsity squad. So let's take a break here. We'll come back and we'll see if some of these wonderful people help bring us to ball games this year, like the good folks at Raymond Motor Company.
Raymond Motor Company, just off the square in downtown Center, where you'll find the friendliest of sales folks. Whether you're looking for a new SUV for the family or a brand new truck, Raymond Motors has a great service department and a huge selection of used vehicles. Raymond Motor Company, just off the square in downtown Center.
Plates of Grace Country Kitchen, just outside of Center on your way to Shelbyville. Now, whether you stop by and enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you're definitely going to find something on the menu you like. Now, your table's waiting right here next to this wonderful family, or find yourself a seat in the sports room. It's Plates of Grace Country Kitchen, just outside of Center on your way to Shelbyville. Stop in and say hi, have yourself a great meal.
All righty, folks. As you can see, we got the junior high guys out here, and they are getting their time in right now. And a little while ago, you saw an ad there for a place called Plates of Grace. Now, that's right there on Shelbyville Highway as you're headed out to the center, headed to Shelbyville. Now, Plates of Grace is where we're going to be. We're doing a little bit different when it comes to the coach shows this year. We're on Tuesday nights. We generally did the coach shows on a good job there by the West Sabine defense, stacking up in the backfield. But generally we've been doing the coach shows on Monday nights. Well, we're not able to do that this year on Monday nights during football season because the new center head coach, Coach Brown, has something to do. So now we've moved that to Tuesday. So we will, and I'll be doing volleyball on Tuesday. So we will have a Piney Woods report. So what we're going to do is each week, wherever we are for the home game that week or whatever, then what we're going to do is we're going to leave at somewhere, and we're going to have our coaches show there. So next Monday, this upcoming Monday, we will be at Plates of Grace with Coach Wallace in our very first one from there. Then next week, we will be in a Joaquin and Beckville game, and we'll be at Bites and Brews in Joaquin is where we're going to be for that one next week. And also, don't forget, we will still be at the Pizzeria on Tuesdays as well for the Nick Brown Coach Show there from Center. So, yes, join us for all of that good stuff. And nice job there. I'm going to have to move that camera in just a little bit over there. I want that to kind of be there on the 20-yard line. Yeah, that's a couple of the different things we got going on there. And I wanted to show you one thing here that we are going to be having this year that it's not on the screen. So we're going to put it up here, and you'll see it pop up at the top. Now, up at the top here, you see this says ticker. Basically what that is we have a sports ticker. So all the scores and all the teams and all the games that we're carrying through NETSN, and if it's on our scoreboard there and if it goes through our app, those scores are going to be across there. We're going to have that running across the screen for you to keep you updated with scores throughout the season as well. So we'll have that sports ticker for you too. Make sure you get our app. It's absolutely free, whether you get it on Apple or Android. It's absolutely free. Get our app. You can go in there and do pick'ems. You can do the forums. You can check out teams, all kinds of good stuff in there throughout the entire year, not just football. As right now we're watching the JV and a nice little swing pass out here, and a good job there breaking a tackle. Oh, still breaking tackles, gets across midfield there for the Dragons, and a nice job here for Shelbyville. Now the JV squad moving the ball here against the West Sabine Tigers. West Sabine Tigers have played good defense on both the JV and the varsity side. I really like their way that they were moving the ball on their varsity and their JV squad as well. So West Sabine looks really, really good here to start off for the Tigers. Same thing for the Dragons. They're really working out some things here. Got a lot of new guys in key places and new things, and I tell you what, Coach Wallace and his team has had to move some things around, but they've got the guys ready to go. I think the Dragons are ready to play, and I think most teams in the Piney Woods area are ready to get after it. I'm so ready for next week. I'm chomping at the bit myself. Here's a nice pass up in the air here. A lot of hand checking going on. Come on, ref. You got to throw a flag on that, ref. No flag. Okay. All right, letting them play. That's good. Let them play. That's good. So another good play here by the West Sabine defense. Way to keep it up there. The Dragons looking to see if they can get that JV offense in the end zone once again. Like I said, folks, just a lot of great things going on here for us here on NETSN, and we got Joe here with us tonight. He's going to be great on the camera. We got different things here with our scoreboard. We have the sports ticker coming up. We're going to make sure that we have some interviews with the coaches. We're going to be inviting folks, too. Like when we're at Plates of Grace, please come down about 6:30 or 7 o'clock and have some food and hang out with us and be there. Because I know when we go to Ram Country, when we go to Joaquin to buy some brew, I know there's going to be a crowd over there for that one. So let's see if we can get a loud crowd at every place we go. I think that'll be pretty good. And it'll also help out the local businesses. Here we go. As the JV squad, there's a pitch. Looked like that was supposed to go the other way, but nice job of salvaging something. It still turns it into a positive gain here for the Dragons. Takes it above the 35-yard line. I'll make that the 45-yard line, down to about to the 44. Let's bring up a second down and about 5, slipping out there onto the turf for the Dragons. So nice play. And one other thing, I don't know if I put that in here. I'm going to check something real quick. If I did, I'll give you a sneak peek of something that's going to be on social media tomorrow, so I think I put it in there. Let's see. I'll have to go find it and get it in there for you. Okay. All right, so back to action here is the JV squad. Sorry, folks, we do have a little something on the glass there in front of our camera. That won't be there as we go through this. Nice job, West Sabine getting back there once again. And they just ramshackled the quarterback in the backfield there. So the Dragons got to do a better job keeping their quarterback upright here on the JV side. All right, so let's go here. I'm gonna take you away from this, folks, and we're gonna do something. Now that there's a little switch, that gives us a chance to do that. I'm gonna put something in here and see if we can get it right. And I'm gonna give you a little preview of something coming up. Back in action here as the Shelbyville JV squad still out here running their plays here as they'll get a few more. And then it will come back out and it'll be the West Sabine offense and the Shelbyville defense once again running some more plays here coming up here in just a bit. But both teams getting some good team in here on both sides of the ball. And we're going to take a little break from me here, folks, let you enjoy some of the ball game. I'm going to see if I get this other camera hooked up right. That way we have all of our system ready to go for next week. All righty, looks like we got the big guys back out here. Let's see if the Shelbyville offense and Shelbyville defense. Oh, it's still on the JV squad out here. Nice little pump pass outside and little swing pass out there. Nice little play there for the Dragons, picking up a few. All right, so that's going to be the end of that there. So we'll take another break, and we'll come back and see if we get that camera 3 hooked in. And we'll be right back here on NETSN as we're at the scrimmage going on today between West Sabine and Shelbyville, getting it lined up. It's one of my favorite ones right here, too. Joaquin Tire, go check it out.
It doesn't matter if you need a truck tire or if you need a car tire. If you need a tire, you call Joaquin Tire. Joaquin Tire Shop provides new and used tires, along with oil changes and 24-hour road service. Stop and see them on Highway 7 in Joaquin. Shelby Savings Bank has come a long way since it was established in 1982, and the good folks that work at Shelby Savings Bank really enjoy doing things in the community and for the community. And they would like to encourage everyone to please shop local. For all your banking needs, please visit these wonderful Shelby Savings Bank locations, with 2 locations in Center, locations in St. Augustine, Palestine, and Lindale.
Alrighty, folks, back here is the offense for the Pound West Sabine. Oh, fumble on the play, but right there to pick it up is one of the guys for the Tigers. But the Dragon's also right there to make sure he goes nowhere. So it's going to be a 2nd down and 10 for the Tigers here in West Sabine. So we got that one camera going over there, and it's mostly going to be like an end zone camera. But we've got the other one. Let's see if we can line it out here just a bit. Just checking it all out and see what's going on here and making sure everything is lined up. That may be the reason. We'll see. Nice little pass play out here. It's good for a few, maybe a loss of 1. 3rd down and 11. That's the start. Okay. There we go. So now going back to a 1st down. First down and 10 after that one. All right, so here we go. Tigers come to the line. Twin back set. Handoff to the far side. A nice job there by that Dragon defense. They're warming up a little bit. They're plugging up those holes over there. Not going very far with that run for the Tigers. Stay at a 2nd down and 10. So chatting about it here as get things rolling along. Here come the Tigers back to the line. Once again. Spread it out. Oh, watch out now. That's awful close to being a horse collar tackle there, so you got to be careful there. A nice job dragging him down there from the back. All right, back to it here. Tigers still on offense. They're going to run their offensive plays here. Nice little handoff. Bring it here to the near side and get a few yards. picking up a few there, up to about to the 36-yard line. Going to bring up a 4th down and about 5 is what they're going to call it here for the Tigers. And no 4th down, so they're going to kick it back, and it'll be a 1st down and 10. Okay, yep, that's working there. I like that. And like I said, folks, I'm sorry we're just not on everything here tonight, but we're just hooking it all up and make sure our stream's working stuff and everything is good. We're going to be here in West Sabine coming up here in a few weeks whenever the Tennehaw Tigers come to town. So that should be a good game here. Another big run here. That one broke out for a touchdown run earlier. If you're just doing this, broke out for a touchdown run earlier there for the Tigers. This time I'm going to call it back there due to the flag. All right. Bringing it back. 1st down and 10 will remain. I'm getting my pause and my start mixed up here, so I'm going to change colors. That's what we did. So we're going to change this to green, change this to red. Okay, so there we go. Now start. Ball's on the ground. Oh, what a smack. I know the running back picked him up, but he got tattooed by the defender there for the Dragons. As soon as that ball got picked up, he lay in some wood out there. What a hit. Woo, nice. 2nd down, and now, as I'm going to call it about 12 here for the Tigers. We'll call it 11. Back to it now. Here's the pitch. Going to try to bring it over. The Dragons are just getting in that backfield and disrupting the plays here. And get good penetration here to start really quickly here are the Dragons. Another loss of 1 on that one, so it'll be a 3rd and 12. Clock continue to roll here in basically the 3rd quarter as the Tigers have had the ball. This is their 3rd time, or 2nd time to have the ball on offense. They were on defense 1 time. So we'll go here, we'll just do this. We'll call it the 3rd. Back to it. Ready to go. Nice little handoff here, trying to find some room there back into the middle. He'll get a couple. That'll bring up a 4th down and about 10 after that 2-yard run right there. Being 4th down. No punting here into the scrimmage, so we'll take it back to 1st and 10. Stop the clock. I said the West Sabine Tigers had a big run for a good touchdown there on their first time they had the ball. They ran a few plays, took it down the field on a big score, got around the edge of the Dragons, and the Dragons had a good touchdown earlier as well. So both teams scoring, both teams playing some pretty good defense out here. Just having to work some things out here this evening. So 1st down here once again for the Tigers. Going to hand off a little stutter step in the backfield as he's getting met in the backfield there. The Dragons are just getting back there, disrupting what the Tigers are trying to do, not giving them any opportunity to really bounce out of there. Here we go. All right, so back out of here. It'll be a 2nd down, and they're going to call it an 11 now for the Tigers. But we got a stoppage of play here. Going to swap it around here and bring the JV back out here. That maybe was what we got going on here. All right, so there's another successful by both teams. Offense and defense there for the varsity squad. The JV guys are coming out here. I got one little thing to do, folks. I'm trying to figure out why I can get this other camera hooked up, and that's what we're going to work on. And we'll be right back here to the scrimmage in Pineland, West Sabine here on NETSN. Alrighty, folks. Sorry about that. We were trying to work on that third camera, but doesn't look like it's going to hook in here. And these are things we'll have hooked up before we actually get started before. But, we were kind of doing some things here tonight too, folks. So apologies to you. All right, so we're going to switch ends up a little bit here. And it looks like we still have the camera 2 over there, though, that is still available to us. So we know we got that one going on over there. And this is kind of what we wanted to do. We want to get a camera on both ends. And we're just kind of checking out how that works. But right now, this camera 3 is just not one to hook up. So we'll just stick with this one, and Joe's still learning his zooms, so forgive him, folks. But like I said, this is why we're here tonight. We want to work on some things here. Nice little run here once again. West Sabine, I tell you what, these young men have been running the ball very, very well here, whether it be on the varsity or the JV squad. Nice little run once again here for West Sabine. JV squad out here right now, folks. And I hope you're enjoying it. Like I said, we're out here for the kids here tonight. And I do want to say this right here. I understand that the West Sabine Tigers are without their field general, Coach Bragg, and everything's good. I talked to Coach Bragg a little earlier. Everything's good, and we're just going to send thoughts and prayers to him and his family, and hope to see Coach back out here on the field here shortly. So, Coach, I know you're probably watching. Thoughts and prayers to you and your family, and get your butt back out here to work. We miss you. All right, so here we go. As the JV squads are still working out here right now, we got the Dragon Junior High, or JV squad. I don't know. I keep wanting to call them the junior high guys, but they're the JV squad. Good chance for some of those guys that might play a little JV and a little varsity, get a chance to get up here. And a nice try there, getting it downfield. Lost the ball there. Defender lost track of the ball too, but a nice try there by both of them on that play there. And if you weren't with us earlier, folks, I'll tell you a couple things we're going to show you here. And this is one thing that I'm really excited about is the ticker. Basically, that works through our app. We're getting a switch of the place here. Basically, that works through the app, and we'll have that running across. You'll see scores of all the East Texas games that we're covering here on NETSN. And this year, we have like 90-some-odd games that we're covering over the area throughout the season. So it's going to be really, really good. And you'll see all those scores. And get our app. Hey, you can even contribute. You can be on the pick'ems. You can help us keep up with the scores. Please keep the scores right. But, we got that coming up for you. It'll run throughout the year as well. So looking forward to the ticker, and it runs through our app coming up too. Also on the way, going to get ready for some volleyball. I'm going to be out there checking out a couple of volleyball squads tomorrow, getting ready for that because that's going to start up on the first Tuesday of September. Every Tuesday, we'll be doing some volleyball. We're going to start off in Shelbyville, then we'll be in Center, and then we'll be in Timpson. And so, we're doing all three of those right off the bat. First 3 Tuesdays, that's where we're going to be at all three of those locations. So, looking forward to that. All righty. I'm going to try one more thing here as we're going back here to the varsity squad. So, let's stick here with the varsity squad, and let's work on our clocks and different things right here. We got a first down and 10. And we're going to say it's the third quarter. This is the third time that the Dragons have had the ball. So, we're going to put it out here and see what GMAC and defense of the Dragons can do here. See, when I go to that, though, I got all the way back here and go there. Let's see, we're going to turn that one. It's got to come off, too. There we go. We'll go back there. So you're getting a good shot of the coaches right there. So everybody's still having a chat out there. So here, let me go turn this camera because there's not really much getting into that end zone. Let me do this. All right, looks like we're ready to go for some action here. And going to hand off. Got another quarterback back there. Looks like some guys can get some time. And a good run there by the Dragons. That camera should be pretty good. It's kind of far off, but we're going to see if we can get those kinds to scoot in a little bit. But those are kind of what I'm looking at there. We're just going to have to get a better angle with it when we get ready to go. Okay, there we go. But Joe's going to be the one taking care of most of the major angles right here. All right, so we got now a second down, and we'll go 6 for the Dragons. Clock start. Dragons looking really pretty good here this afternoon. Gave up a big score here early, but their defense really tightened up here after they got going. Looked really good on that. Their offense played well. They had a good offensive play. Had a couple of good ones. Starting off right here as well. So here we go with a trip receiver set here to the near side. Single back into the backfield as we're going to go to shotgun formation for the Dragons. Hand it off. And it met in the backfield there by that Tiger defense. Nice job by the Tigers to jump right back in there and take care of business. Second down. I'm going to make it a third down. And I'm going to call it now a 9. As that clock will continue to roll. Ball sitting right around the 31-yard line. Third down and 9 here for the Dragons. Trying to piece all the little pieces together here. Get everything ready for Coach Wallace and his crew, as they're going to be spending a lot of nights over the next week or two just making sure who goes where and who does what. See if they can get ready for the Troop Tigers coming up next week. Here we go. Little pitch on the end round. Oh, nice. Way to get away from him. Have to get away from another nice job by the defense there by the Tigers. They just swallowed him up here. And a good job by the West Sabine Tigers. They followed him around. What a play. That's back on 5 right there. Okay, there we go. Nice job there. That's going to bring up a get to bring this down here. So that bring a 4th down and a cab ride. But since they're not doing 4th downs, okay. It'll be a 1st down and 10. I don't get to use my cab ride thing. That's all right. So here we go. Maybe some Dallas Murray back there at quarterback. Nice pass right there to the middle of the field. Good job here for the Dragons. Looks like they're going to take it down, and there's going to be a good block downfield by the receivers. Touchdown, Dragons. And what a play there. Nice job there on the long touchdown. Touchdown, Dragons. Nice play there for the Dragons. That was a big play, big explosive play there for Shelbyville. And they'll take it up down to a 12-0 ball game right here. All right. So, you go 9. Nope. You go 7. So you can go up a minute. Nope. All right. So, okay. So now the Dragons will get back here, and they'll be back on offense going the other way. I tell you that camera not handle that sunshine very well. It's got some trees that are coming underway, folks, but might be in our eyesight there for a little while. Good run here by the Dragons once again, getting that running game going, bringing it here for the right side. A nice run. You know, only reason why I'm going to say that's Tate Obregon is because it looks like the hair that I know Tate Obregon coming out of the back of there. And that may be. I may be wrong, but that looks like who it might have been. Nice little run there for the Dragons. They're going to pick themselves up a nice 1st down and 10. Yeah, because once we get everything at that location, we'll have it all lined in a little better. Okay. And why is that not working? I don't know. We'll get that other camera, figure out why that wireless is, and can't quite figure out why that's not hooking up tonight, folks. My apologies there, but it should be. We'll see. High snap, pitching over to the left side. Nice little run here once again. Good blocking by the Dragons, and a good stick in the middle right there by the Tigers. Nice job. Good little run there for Shelbyville. Should bring up a 2nd down. It looks like about 5. Well, we'll call it 4. didn't block out much. Looks a little bit. Good run here for the Dragons once again. Bring it up the middle. Going to bring up a third down and about 1 now for Shelbyville. Just wish I could get that camera hooked in, folks. I'm sorry. I'm just adamant about it here. Nope, still not there, huh? Okay, well, we won't worry about it tonight. We'll figure it out. We'll have it ready to go for the next one, that's for sure. All right, so here we go. Third down and about 3 is what they're going to call it. A little bit closer. That's a high snap here. Quarterback gives away. Dallas over to the left side. It's going to be enough for a first down. Running into a defender, knocking him to the ground, but a good job there. First down, Dragons. Good run there. Looked like pretty much a busted play. It's kind of a high snap to start off. Went to the handoff and decided to keep it himself on an RPO and then takes off and gets the first down and makes it a first down and 10 for the Dragons. And you kind of see the secondary. Okay. Back to action here. First down and 10 for the Dragons. Going to be a roll out here. A little too high on the pass, trying to swing it out. Stopping the clock. Incomplete pass. Second down, 10. Rolling on that right there. That should be good there. Other than hooking that other end, I think we got pretty much everything taken care of. Back to the line. Second down and 10 now for Shelbyville. Handoff. Big hole here to the near side. Finding some room. Taking it up to the 30-yard line before finally falling down there, being tripped up. First down and 10 for Shelbyville. Nice big run there for the Dragons. Yeah, first down, taking it all the way down to the 31-yard line. And I do believe that is Tate Overgun running the ball right there, number 22. I could be wrong, but I think that's who it is. And good job running the ball, young man. All right, here we go. Back to it. First down and 10. Shelbyville. 31-yard line of West Sabine. Here's the snap. Hand it off. Nice job, Tigers, getting the backfield. Disrupt that one, and it's going to be a loss onto the play. They'll take it back to a second down, and it'll be about a 11, just a loss of 1, maybe 2. They'll call it second down and 12. How does that happen? I don't know why. Second down and 12. All right, so I'll stop the clock right there. And looks like they're going to get everybody to change out once again. Okay, so we're going to do a little work here on the camera real quick, folks. And so bear with us and see if we can get this other one. I'd really like to get it working before we decide we want to be done for the evening. We got some sun glare on us here, but that's okay. Like I said, we're here to check some things out and get things rolling. We'll be right back here as we got more of the scrimmage. We got JV guys on their way to the field when we come back here. NETSN from West Sabine on your Thursday night scrimmage. Howdy, folks, joining us back here as we're checking out the scrimmage here today from West Sabine Pilot. And a big run there and a big touchdown there and run for the Dragons. Dragons JV is out here onto the field right now. That's these. Okay. Dragons JV out here on the field right now, and the West Sabine Tigers defense out here running a quarter here action. Clock play. And we tried real hard to get that other camera. I'm not for sure. We just had an issue, but we'll get it all figured out, folks, and be ready to go for it next week. Like I said, we're going to start off on a Thursday next week. Thursday next week. Going to start off in the land of the Bearcats. Here's what's going to happen. Yeah, that's going to start the season off. So looking forward to that. See more of that stuff as we go through the season here. We're going to have some good stuff here. Make sure you like us on our Facebook page. We changed it from the WSP to PSPN. And you'll, like I said, ball gets knocked around here. The Dragons pick it up here after it gets knocked away by the Tigers defense. Now they're going to have him wrangled up, but the quarterback is working his way through, and he's going to get not much, maybe back to the line of scrimmage, but a good job keeping it alive. But great job to grab hold of the ball and get up field and make a few positive yards. Let's see this one. There we go. Alrighty. Having some fun here this evening and looking forward to the season. Like I said, just join us. We're going to have our coaches shows. We even have a game or two down here in West Sabine. We're going to try to find a place down here to get the coaches down, have a good dinner, and talk about the game coming up that Friday night. We'll do that on the locations we're going to be at this year, so looking forward to those. Here we go as the Dragons on offense. Looking to pass here now. Play gets bumped into everybody back there, but now running out of room, nobody to throw to. Good coverage downfield here by the Tigers. And they'll make a sack here, and that's going to be a third down and long, maybe a fourth and long here for Shelbyville. Those guys standing back there try to back up a little bit there, and you run out of room. Oh. Take it all the way back. It's going to be a first down and 10. As this be the final run through of plays here for the JV squad. So we had that one working with no problem, and everything's been working real good with it. It's worked out really well. Just couldn't get that third one to get in there. That's okay. Single back set here, going to flow here to the near side. Going to bring it up in the middle, and that's going to be intercepted here. The ball thrown a little underthrown there, and now right into the secondary hands, and it's intercepted there by the Tigers. You got to lead your receiver there. It was a little underthrown, didn't quite have too much air underneath it there, but you got to get him out there ahead so he get a chance to catch up under it. He definitely would have had to came back for that one, so got to get a little more air into the ball for your receiver to get there. First couple weeks of the season is going to be so intense, so great. Like I said, a couple things to tell you about here, too, is our red zone, our Sandy Cox State Farm red zone this year. So Sandy Cox State Farm Insurance brings us our red zone. We'll be having our breakfast with the linemen at Diamond Bee Cafe on Saturdays once again. We'll have coach shows all over the place and the pizzeria every Tuesday night. So join us here on NETSN. Make sure you like us and like our page, subscribe. and we'll be ready for the season starting next week. Here we go. Here's the pitch, and I got some blockers out in front, and going to have some room to get up the field here. And one defender. Oh, that's a penalty flag right there. Can't hit him after he's out of bounds, young man. Just didn't see where he was at on the field probably. Still trying to get on a continuation of the play, but that's going to be a penalty flag there against the Tigers. But a nice job there by the Dragons. They stretched that play out there, got around the corner. And one man to beat out there, and he's able to beat that one defender. Should have cut it back up inside, but definitely a good play there by the Dragons. Can give him enough for a first down. And Coach not liking a penalty, but late hit out of bounds there, Coach, unfortunately. I just think that he just didn't know where he was at on the field. He was still looking to make a play. He just wasn't quite where he was at. He was just nothing bad about it. Just continuing with the play. Just in the wrong part of the field for it. Here we go. I'll bring up first down now for the Dragons once again. Pistol formation. Handoff on the inside. Trying to find some room. Weaving away through there. Nice job weaving away. Finding some room to weave out and get into the open field and make some good yardage there. It's going to be enough for a first down for the Dragons. That's what we call the Raymond Motor Company first down this year. Raymond Motor Company bringing us our first downs. I'm going to have to make sure I write all this stuff down because new stuff this year. Of course, we got our Shelby Savings Bank kickoff. Halftime brought to us by the good folks of Farmers State Bank, as always. Pre-game brought to us by the good folks at Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep, and our post-game, Aurora Concepts. So join us for all that and all the wonderful people who help bring us the game throughout the year here in the Piney Woods. First down and 10 after that run there for the Dragons. Going to come back to the line. Shotgun. Running back to the left side. Twins out to the left of the formation. Creeping in here by the Tigers. Going to bring a little bit of pressure now. Good job picking it up, floating it up there. Oh, just outside on the hands of the intended receiver. Good job there by the defender. He got his hands on him a little bit late, but I think he had good defense on there. Didn't really impair his chance to catch the ball. Just a little out in front of him. Got to get a little bit more enter to that ball. There's a couple of them that could have been caught there and made big plays, but got to get a little bit more into the barrel and give your defense or your receiver a chance to catch it. All right, looks like we're going to have a little bit of a break, so we'll take one right along with them and see what we got coming up here for the next squad. We're probably going to run a little bit of clock. Probably doing one solid quarter here, folks, and just keep things rolling. And I think we've got everything taken care of except that one little camera. But I think we know what the issue is there, and we'll get that taken care of and be ready to go for the next one. So we're going to take a little break. We'll be right back here to Pineland, West Sabine. The scrimmage is on the way.
Behold, the chicken fried steak sandwich. This particular chicken fried steak sandwich can only be found at Diamond Big Cafe in Center, Texas. And it pairs very well with seasoned fries and sweet tea. And if you're lucky, there'll be some of that Nana's banana pudding to go along with it. Get by Diamond Big Cafe in Center and see the wonderful folks and all the wonderful menu items for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
At Aurora Concepts, we offer full-service primary care. And we provide physicals for student athletes for every sport. Aurora Concepts, let us take care of you.
At Wyndham Family Dental, it's always about family. Their family welcomes you. Their family takes care of you. At Wyndham Family Dental, it comes down to this.
If you have something to smile about, smile.
Alrighty, folks, we're back here as we get ready to get on here. We're going to have a 12-minute quarter coming up here. So we'll get that taken care of real quick. There we go. And, yeah, let's do this real quick, too. Yeah, next weekend. Ready? Are you? All right, I think so. All right, here we go. It's going to be a first down and 10. It'll be the West Sabine Tigers, and we're going to have a full quarter here. Going to give Joe a chance to work on the camera for a full live action, give me a chance to call some action here, and let's have some fun with it. See if I can keep up with the clock and all that other good stuff here. So here we go. It'll be a first down and 10 from the 20-yard line. And we're going to go change that to the first. There we go. Go back. Go right there. All right. So first down and 10 here for the Tigers. They'll have it on their own 25-yard line. And here we go, ready to play. Dragons bringing it in on defense. Twin back set here up under center. Nice little run here to the near side, but the Dragon defense right there, taking it up to about to the 26-yard line. So I'm going to say maybe 2 on the play. So we'll call it a second down and 8 here for the Tigers. Nice job here trying to flow it out, but the Dragons defense right good, sealing the edge, trying not to let them turn the corner. And a good job there by the defense. I like the line for the Tigers. They got some good size up there. Going to need that to that running game they like to use. And definitely need to use that to keep it rocking and rolling here. So here we go, second down. Twin back set once again. A little wing T look there. Going to hand off, bring it here, and got some opening here to the near side. A nice chop down tackle there. It's going to be enough close to the first down there, up to about the 34-yard line. And nice job there bringing him down. But that was going to have been a big play there for the Tigers. And it goes down. It's going to be a third down and 1. So let's go back here and let's check that because both teams did score a little bit there in that first, but we're going to take it back to zeros here. There we are. So it's third down and 1. See if the Dragons make it fourth down here, but up under center, here they go. And a nice job here, pushed it up front. A good real gut play there by the Tigers, taking it up close to the 45-yard line. First down up to the 44, first down and 10. They'll take it right up there, put the nose of the ball right on the 45-yard line. West Sabine Tide, Tigers side of the field as they go left to right. And bring it right back out here, those big running backs. They got some huge running backs back there, and they get some. I've seen them run. Here they go. Going to pitch it out here. It's the near side. Dragons, good job there to get out, but a nice job bouncing it out, making positive yards. You can pick it up 7 right there by the Tigers. Looks like it's actually going to be 9, so a second down and a 9. And a good job there keeping that clock rolling. So it's a second down and a 1 now here for the Tigers, coming back to the line. And now first man through, and going to get just enough for a first down. Leans forward here, picks up a couple more up to the 43-yard line on the Dragon side of the field. So it's a first down and 10 here for the Tigers. They're marching it down the field. They did that in the scrimmage there in the first one they were running the plays back and forth. They had that first couple of runs there, and they made a big run down the field for a touchdown. And right now, looking to see if they can do that once again here. Let's stay with that camera right there. Back to the line, got subs coming in. Make sure got all the personnel out there right for the Tigers. Trip receivers here to the near side. Single back set. He'll move from the right to the left to the right side for the Tigers. Going to roll out here, look to pass. Oh, and a nice job here for the Tigers, or for the Dragons, making a nice little smack. Not putting too much hit on the quarterback. Good job there by Shelbyville. But it'll be, well, they say he was Now they're going to call that a sack. I thought maybe they might have said an incomplete pass. I didn't know if he got rid of it there, but they're going to call it a sack. That'll make it a second down. So they'll make it a second down. They're going to move it back to it and make it a 16. Second down and 16 for the Tigers. Had a real good run there and then a couple bad plays here. Got them backed up a little bit. See if they can pick up some of this yardage back. First man through, but the Dragons right there to plug that hole and maybe lose a couple of more. And they're going to say he's going to take a loss there. Back one or two. I'm just going to say maybe back to the line of scrimmage. I'll give him that. So a third down now and 16. All the way back at the 46, at the 49-yard line is where they are. There we go. All right. Now in pistol formation rolling out here to the right side. Look at the pass, little quick pass there just a little bit behind his intended receiver. So that's going to bring up a fourth down and a long here for the Tigers. Fourth down and long, going to be a punting situation here. And Dragons get their first offensive possession coming up here on the punt. No punting team, they're just working on the formation. And good punt. That's a good 40-yard punt there by the kicker for the Tigers. So a good job right there. So it will be now the Dragons will take over with a first down and 10. I thought maybe I was going to get to go fourth down and a cab right. I don't. Camera back on, don't we? Okay, got to remember that. All right, first down and 10 for the Dragons, all the way back there at about the 16-yard line. Looks like they're going to start. G-Mac, Gavin McDonald will be your quarterback. Twin receiver set here to the near side. Looks like RW3 will get the first handoff here, and he'll find some room here to the near side, run into one of his own blockers there, but he'll keep plunging forward up close to the 20-yard line. We're going to say out to about the 18 is where they're going to start him off at there. So it'll be a second down. We'll call it about 7 here for the Dragons. Checking in on the sidelines here. So talking with Coach Wallace about quarterback position. You know, pretty happy with Gavin McDonald back there. And going to let the sophomore take care of business back there. I think he's going to do a good job. Here's a pitch to RW3. He's going to take it around to the right side. He's going to have enough for first down, blocking downfield by the receivers and the linemen getting down there. First down for the Dragons. Taking it all the way down to the 35-yard line. Nice run there for the Dragons. Oh, we got some penalty flags out there onto the field. The flag down. Looks like we're going to get a holding. That's going to bring him back, and the first down will come back here. And the penalty flag. We'll march that off. It's going to bring up a second down and long here for the Dragons. Taking it all the way back. All the way back inside the 10-yard line down to about, I'm going to say right around the 9-yard line. So they're going to call it a first down, and we'll say 15. How about that? There we go. First down to 15. Here we go. McDonald going to hand off. Nope. We'll throw it a little quick out here. Going to find his receiver here on the near side. Going to make some room and another move. He's at the 30. Finally going to be pushed out of bounds there about the 35-yard line. And a big play there for the Dragons. First down, picking up all that negative yardage. And now going to give him a first down for him. And we have another penalty flag out there. See some of the offense still kind of hanging out down there. So may have another penalty flag on the play. It looks like we do. And that's going to be against the Dragons once again. So, Dragons picking up back-to-back penalties. After 2 big plays that got them first downs. And now the referees, they're trying to make sure they got it right out there. They're going to start marking something off at the 20. I guess that's where the penalty infraction was going to be. Now they're going to get it going back the right way because it is against the Dragons and not against the Tigers. Gotta love preseason football. All the way down to the 5-yard line. First down and 15. Second down and 15, okay? Second and 15 after the penalty. There we go. Here we go. See if the Dragons pick up a first down again from being behind the sticks for the 3rd consecutive play here. And a little pitch here on the jet sweep pitch. You're going to find Hunter Harvey. And I do believe that is a fast young man right there. And he's going to take it all the way out to about to the 25-yard line and get close. And that should make it a second down and about 1 for the Dragons on a little touch pass right there on Harvey coming across. No penalty flag. Takes it all the way out to the 20, just inside the 25-yard line. Well, they are going to say it's enough for a first down, so it'll be a first down and 10. Donald Williams in the backfield. Going to send him in behind him there. Bunch in the receivers on both sides. Bringing the house here are the Tigers. Going to hand off to Williams. Looking for a little room over there and find some behind the blocker. And he's got some open field. He's at the 40. He's at the 45. RW3 across the 45-yard line. Late penalty flag comes in here from way behind the play. That could be a holding call from way where it was coming in from. It was well after he got across the 40-yard line. It was kind of like coming in here at the end. So we'll see what they got for it. Another penalty flag here against the Dragons. No, I thought he pointed against the Dragons, but it is going to be against the Tigers. And that's a 15-yard penalty up there. Personal foul against the Tigers. First down and 10 is going to take it into Tiger territory down to the 41. 6:13 on that clock right there, 6:11. Yep, okay. First down Dragons. That's in twin receiver set over to the far side. McDonald in the backfield here with Williams. Going to fake the handoff. McDonald going to keep it himself, trying to find some room. Great job here by the Tigers as they were able to find some room through the defender, through the offensive line there, and keep McDonald into the backfield and take him down for a loss on the play, make it a second down and 13. The Dragons have had a couple of great plays, but they shot themselves in the foot with penalties here a couple of times. They got a good penalty there against the Tigers. Now I need to see if they can do something here. As a negative play makes it a second down and 13. McDonald rolling out. Dump it. Oh, what a beautiful play. Nobody out there. Down at the 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Dragons. That was a great play there. A great play call by the coaches. And touchdown, Dragons. Nobody out there and just dumping it off out there in the flat, turns it out there and just beats all the defenders to the cone, and it's touchdown. Shelbyville Dragons makes it a big, big play there for the Dragons, and it will now be a 6-0 lead. Get them work on the extra points here, and we'll see what they can come up with. I'll give them a chance to kick here. So, see the Dragons tried a couple of kicks last year. See if they can keep that going here this year, see what they can come up with. Kick is up, and it's good. So 7-0, and they'll switch sides here. We'll take a quick break. We'll take a quick break. You're watching the scrimmage here in Pineland, West Sabine on NETSN.
Farmers State Bank, un nombre que conoces y en que puedes confiar. Somos sus vecinos y compañeros comunitarios. Estamos comprometidos a cumplir sus necesidades financieras, proveyendo soluciones bancarias para sus préstamos, hipotecarios, comerciales o personales. Con 120 años de servicio a nuestra comunidad, somos parte de sus rodeos, hipotecas y festivales locales. Queremos que sepas que estamos aquí para ayudarte. Visítenos en fsbctx.bank o ven a vernos hoy. Farmers State Bank, mejorando vidas y cumpliendo sueños.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center proudly supports all the students and schools of the Piney Woods. Stop by the lot and feel free to check out all the wonderful vehicles we have to offer, no matter what adventure you're planning on taking. We have a wide selection of used vehicles and a service department that can service your vehicle. Get all the info you need about your next vehicle online. That way you're prepared for your car deal when you hit the lot. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center.
Alrighty, folks, back here as the kickoff was made there, and then no defender back there for the kickoff. Just going to have the kickoff and work on the kicking team. Let him come down and get the defender. No run back, so they'll start it off there onto the 25-yard line. It will be a first down and 10 for the Tigers here. Dragons, nice play right there. Just great job. Got everybody flowing here to the left side, rolled back out to the right. McDonald finds his man out there in the flat, just dumps it off, and nobody out there. And just down the field here for a good 35-yard touchdown. Nice play there for the Dragons. They lead us 7-0. But the Tigers, they got a running game here. See if they can get it going. See if they can get some points on the board here. A little quick out here into the flat. Going to find the man here. That's the man you want to have in his hands, the ball in his hands, as he gets pushed out of bounds there at about the 35-yard line. Should be enough for another first down and 10. Up to the 35. Nice play there for the Tigers. Nice little pass play, dumping it out. Get it in the hands of your playmakers. Keeping that same thing. Going to try the same thing here. Get a block out here by your defender. A good job here by the Dragons, sniffing it out a little bit there. Get good defenders over there and make a good tackle. Picking up a couple there. Second down and 8 for the Tigers. Bringing them back to the line. Twin receivers at both sides. Same play formation here. Going to look to pass that. Oh, got a man out there. If he could get to him. Oh, just outside of his hands, of his reach. Man, what a play. They had him out there. Just did miss him. And it's an incomplete pass. I remember to turn my thing down a little bit here. Get excited, be drowning myself out. Great job there. I mean, it was perfectly executed. They just could not complete the pass there, but a nice try there by the Tigers, just out of his reach. Brings up a third down and 8. And going to dump it off out here to the left side. Find the penalty flag before the play. Out to back them up 5, making the third down. And we'll call it 12. So the Tigers looking for positive yardage here. Answer back on that touchdown. Staying in pistol formation. Twin receiver, trip receiver set over to the left far side this time. Let's see if he can catch the man over here and going to throw it up. And a little too far out of bounds there on a float pass. And it's going to be incomplete. So that'll bring up a fourth down and about 12 here for the Tigers. I'll bring in the punting unit. We have a single man back here for the Dragons, ready for the receiving of the kick. I think that just needs to be zoomed in a little bit, and I think we'll have it down. Okay, there we go. All right, ready for the punt. So no defense here. Just give the team the chance to line up, make sure they know that they're supposed to be out there on punt team. And a couple of punts out here. Get the guys downfield. There we go. You always want to make sure of that because that's how I broke my shoulder one time in playing ball. They needed somebody on the punt team, so I ran back out there after playing left tackle. So I go back out there, and what happens? I get hit, I get knocked down, and I dislocate my shoulder. That's why you got to know you're supposed to be on. You're supposed to know your role there out the field. All right. So the Dragons going to get it back. They'll have it a good field position. First down and 10 at the 43-yard line. Dragon looked pretty good there. A nice touchdown play there. Got backed up there, and they were had their backs against the goal line. They were able to get a couple plays there and overcome a couple penalties and make a good drive and come up with a good touchdown drive there for the Dragons. So what's going to happen here, folks, is we're probably going to get to the end of this quarter, and we're probably going to wrap it up here and get everything ready to go, pack it in, and then get everything ready to go. And then next week it starts. Monday nights we'll be at Plates of Grace. At about 7 o'clock we'll be on the air with our Dragon Talk. And come on down here and see us and have some good food at Plates of Grace. It's on highway, just Shelbyville Highway, just outside of Center, going towards Shelbyville. Stop by there. That's what we'll be on Monday. Then Tuesday, I will be at the pizzeria for the Nick Brown Coaches Show. That'll be the last one I'll be at. Then they'll start on some volleyball the following Tuesday after that. Thursday, we'll be in Beckville for St. Augustine Beckville to kick off the season. And then Friday, we'll be in Shelbyville for Troop and Shelbyville. Then Saturday, we'll be in Diamond B Cafe for the Breakfast with the Linemen. And then next week, we'll start it all over again. But that week, we'll have some volleyball in there. There we go. Shelbyville and Gary will start off the volleyball season on the 2nd here on NETSN. Here we go. Dragon Ball. We'll keep Williams and McDonald back there. Williams breaks 3. Going to come here to the near side. And lots of room and down the field. Big first down run there for the Dragons. Take it down inside the 20. That'll be all the way down to about the 18-yard line. First down for the Dragons right there, and a great run. Good job finding some room here after getting a good block concealed off the edge and taking it down the field for the Dragons. First down in that Sandy Cox State Farm red zone inside the 20 here for the Dragons. These are things I'm about to write down. That's also a Raymond Motor Company first down. Oh, offsides by the Tigers. Throw it down there and got a man. Oh, did he catch it in the back of the end zone? What a great catch. I mean, if he did, it was right there at the end. I don't think he got it. But I'll tell you, that was a great catch, though. I do believe that's going to be an offsides on the Tigers. Were they pulled off? Not really for sure. They're talking about it. Awful long talk for an offsides play. I'm trying to figure out who did what on that there. So I'm going to say it is against the Tigers. Okay. First and 5. And I know we'll be back here in West Sabine for sure whenever Tenahawk comes to town here in a couple weeks. So join us for that ball game, as we'll have that for you in a few weeks. Nice try to get around the edge there, but good job the Tigers right there this time, though, sniffing that out, not letting him get around the corner, and right at the line of scrimmage for maybe a gain of 1, but I think they just got him back to the line. 2nd down and 5. Tiger defense right there for a good stop. They pursued really well. They've done that a couple times tonight. They got past that good offensive line of Shelbyville, and they penetrated back there and disrupted that running play a couple times here this evening. So a couple different guys in there, folks, and we don't really know numbers and things like that. None of the numbers are right. Talking with Coach earlier and stuff. But got a pretty good idea of the guys that are in there. And making it happen here. But that offensive line's got to do a great job here. Another good job getting away, being squirmy, and taking it down around the 5-yard line. It's going to be close to a first down. It will be enough for a first down there. It'll be a first down and goal for the Dragons. I'm going to say at the 4-yard line. Dragons come to the line here trying to put it in the end zone again. Here's a pitch out. Williams to break a tackle, but the Tigers right there. Going to catch him there about the 1 or 2 yard line. So he'll get a couple. And it'll be a third down and goal from the 2. Make that second down. Clock rolling down to about 2 minutes to go. All righty, Dragons lining back up here. Handoff right up to get touchdown. Dragons going to take it in there for the score. So a nice job for the Dragons. They take it right back in and score once again here to make it a 13-0 ball game. About 145, 147 left to go here in this first quarter. So good, nice couple of drives here by the Dragons. Take it down the field here and overcome, like I said, overcome a couple penalties and getting a couple penalties as well. But good job running the ball. Got a couple good passes. But did see some good things for the Tiger defense as well. They get back in there and got past that really good offensive line and really messed up some plays back there. So those are one of the two of the things that the Dragons got to work on. The Tigers doing a good job there. They're going to keep that up here. Definitely going to have to kick us up, and it is good. And they'll definitely have to work on the running game as well, as they're going to have that coming up. But that should be a good thing here for the Tigers coming up for the year. All right, so we got a break into the action, so we're going to take a quick break here. We're going to hear from some of the wonderful people who help bring us the ball games here this evening. So thanks for joining us here for the scrimmage. We'll be right back here on the NETSN.
Raymond Motor Company, just off the square in downtown Center, where you'll find the friendliest of sales folks. Whether you're looking for a new SUV for the family or a brand new truck, Raymond Motors has a great service department and a huge selection of used vehicles. Raymond Motor Company, just off the square in downtown Center. Sandy Cox State Farm Insurance in the Center has the agents to take care of all your insurance needs. They remind you to update your policy after a life change, never put off the death policy conversation, and always have home insurance or renter's insurance. Whatever your insurance needs or questions are, or even if you need to make a payment, Sandy Cox State Farm Insurance in Center.
Farmers State Bank, un nombre que conoces y en que puedes confiar. Somos sus vecinos y compañeros comunitarios. Estamos comprometidos a cumplir sus necesidades financieras, proveyendo soluciones bancarias para sus préstamos, hipotecarios, comerciales o personales. Con 120 años de servicio a nuestra comunidad, somos parte de sus rodeos, hipotecas y festivales locales. Queremos que sepas que estamos aquí para ayudarte. Visítenos en fsbctx.bank o ven a vernos hoy. Farmers State Bank, mejorando vidas y cumpliendo sueños.
All right, the Dragons back on defense here. It'll be a first down and 10 for the West Sabine Tigers. And as I said, folks, we're probably going to run here to the end of this quarter and wrap this up here. I think we pretty much got everything taken care of and everything running. And like I said, I want to show you another thing here, that ticker. We're definitely going to have that up during the ball games this year, and it'll have the scores of the teams going across there, so you'll be able to check that, get our app, and you can even help out in it. And you can be a part of the pick'ems and all kinds of things there. So get the NETSN app. It's absolutely free. First down and 10 here for the Tigers. See if they can answer back. Two-back set once again here. And pitching out here to the near side. Big running back going to come through, and he gets hit hard here, but a good gain of a couple. Up to about the 26-yard line. Only going to give him one there. Second down and 1. Tigers come back to the line. Dragon defense doing a good job here. Kind of gave up a couple big plays, which included a touchdown in the early part of the scrimmage, but have really held up here, done really good, made some great tackles, and done a good job. It's been some good tackling on both sides here tonight. There's another good one right there as well. And that's going to be up to about the 30-yard line. Makes it a 3rd down and about 5 for the Tigers. Oh, got a penalty flag out there. Did not see that. That's going to, up to the 31-yard line is where it's going to be. That's still going to make it a 2nd down. And we'll call it about 5 here for the Tigers. A little over, good 4.5. Ball's loose after the exchange, but the quarterback picks it right up, takes it over to the left side. He gets chopped down there, and he kind of got back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up a 3rd down. And we'll call it a long 4. Get that clock close to the game clock there, which it is. New stuff here this year, folks, and I'm really liking it, and I'm really having a lot of fun with it, and I know I'm just going to get better as we go along. So if I've been cattywampus or fumbleooski here tonight, I apologize. Just having fun trying to figure it all out. You know me. If you don't know, you better ask somebody, right? Okay, here we go. Another pitch out here. Oh, big run. Cut it back upside. Oh, well, he just needed one man beat, but I think he's got enough for a 1st down. He'll take it up to the – we're going to see Justin. I got 1 second, but they're going to say no timeout. That's going to be enough for a 1st down there. Good run there. You took it up to the 36-yard line. So we've been enough for a 1st down, but they're going to call that the end of the quarter right there. All right, folks, that's pretty much the way we're going to run it out here, folks. I appreciate everybody being here. We're going to do a couple of things. Basically, what we would do at this point is we would go back here and say, all right, we're going to get with our Aurora Concepts post-game show, and that's what we'll go along with. But we got a lot of great things coming up here, folks. We got the ticker that'll be on here, and we got the new scoreboard. We're going to do some really cool things. We got great things with volleyball and stuff, too. Joe working the camera there. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to be in West Sabine. We're in a couple of weeks, we're going to be in Joaquin and Shelbyville, all over the place. So join us. We got schedules out there for everybody on our new page, the PSPN page, and go check it out. Everybody's got a schedule out there, let you know when we're going to be around. So we're going to wrap this up here tonight, and we appreciate everybody being here with us, and we're going to be ready to go. We'll start Monday, 7 o'clock. Will be the first big one as we start off with some Dragon Talk at Plates of Grace. All right, folks, we're going to get out of here, and we will see you Monday as we start the first week of the year coming up next week. Have a great night, everybody. We're going to wrap this thing up, and the Dragons look good, Tigers look good, and it should be a good season for both of them. All right, have a great one, folks. We got to get out of here. Bye.
The proceeding has been a presentation of the Pineywood Sports Network, an affiliate of NETSN. God bless America, God bless our troops, and God bless each and every one of you.